was like, you gotta get used to the unnormal schedule, and if we can do that, I think we can work together well.
And just to follow up, you got some young guys up front alongside, Jonah Jackson, right next to you. Just curious, what you've thought of those guys early on. I know it's very early, but
Yeah,
maybe some first impressions.
yeah. After the last couple of days and pads, it was really good to work with Jonah because so we can like understand each other. I can work his mind, he can work my mind, and yeah, he's a good kid. He works hard. He tries to help me. I help him. So I think it's gonna be a good year.
And then just last one, just yourself personally. What do you like about the offense and yourself fitting in there? And are you kind of where you want to be to get ready for that
Yeah, I
one
mean,
game?
I have a lot to work on, obviously, because we didn't have spring, and so I got to work a little bit faster and harder in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, the offense is great. Getting to work with Matt, it's gonna be cool, and with Frank, it's gonna be an interesting year. But I think I feel pretty confident about this year.
Is it different at all going into the year, knowing you're kind of that guy on the right side? Obviously, in Philadelphia, there's some guys ahead of you. You're that swing tackle. Is it different at all knowing that you're kind of the guy now?
So when I was in Philly, I've always been told, "Hey, no, if you're not a starter or not, you gotta act like you're a starter. If you're playing at a tight end position, act like you're a starter. If you're not, you still gotta act like a starter. So when you get in the game, you'll be prepared."
Jen?
Hey there, Big V. Nice to meet you. Talk to you.
Hello.
I know that you were just talking about kind of starters and continuity, and so my question's kind of all encompassing about the offensive line. We always watch practice with the intention of who's starting, who are the starting five. How important is it, or to what extent does it really solidify, especially a position like the offensive line, when you know who those starters are and you can work with the same guys day in and day out?
So every day I come in and I do my best every day. It's it's what I put on film. It's for the coaches to decide, and so they're the ones who get to decide because this is their team and it's my team too. So every day I'll go in there, and then if they like it, they like it. If I need to work on a lot of things, they'll tell me, and then I'll do my best to do that. And so,
Can, sorry.
sorry.
One other question too, just kind of about continuity on the offensive line and kind of following up on what Tim was asking. How is that one of the more difficult position groups with this, this shortened training camp situation going and without any preseason games? How big is the challenge along the offensive line to get that continuity?
And so, without preseason games, we gotta attack every day like it's a real game because that's all we got. We get to work with each other, and so with the defense going against the offense, I think that's the most we can get out of because we don't have no preseason games. So we just gotta work as a unit and understand the game plan and what we're trying to achieve.
One follow up, if you could just give me your impressions of what you've seen so far from the running backs, particularly DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, Swift is a good guy. I mean, just like all the other rookies, they're trying to make their name, they're trying to make their spot, and I feel like Swift is going to be a good addition to this team.
Thank
All right.
you.
Him again?
Hey, I just wanted to ask you real quick. It's a pretty sweet mask you got going on there. Is that custom made or?
Yeah, it's custom made. Danny Shelton dropped this off onto my locker, and so I thought it'd be cool to show it off.
Kind of a Polynesian thing there?
Polynesian, represents brotherhood. So
Gotcha. Very cool.
All right, guys, we got time for a few more. All right, thank you, V.
Wait, I'm sorry, I do have one more.
Go ahead, Jen.
Nobody has one. I'm happy to dominate the press conference. So can you give me just your early impressions of Matthew Stafford and kind of his leadership? There was one play today where there was a missed connection with a receiver, and he kind of shouted, "Keep your eyes on me." Just maybe the way he commands the huddle, what you've learned from him just in this time that you've been around him so far.
what I noticed with Matt's always trying to win, and if you're gonna play with Matt or for Matt, um, you gotta pick up the tempo because he's not here to lollygag. and he's here to win. And so I picked that up pretty fast, and I'll give him everything I have to protect him because he's really good back there.
Dave, last question.
Just a real quick one for you. I like that mask as well. But I was just curious, what do you think games will be like if there are no fans in the stands this year? How difficult will that be to adjust to? And would you like to hear, piped in crowd noise or something to sort of simulate, an environment?
Sorry, I mean, honestly, I'm not worried about that. The only person I'm worried about is, well, the team I'm worried about is Chicago Bears, and so all that other distractions, they can do that, but I'm just worried about Chicago Bears.
Fair enough. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, V. Guys, go ahead and stay on the line. We're going to have Tracy Walker up next.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Have a good
V.
day.
Definitely got a lot of great coaches that we have picked up, and the scheme right now we're just trying to get more involved in our scheme, and I feel like we got a great room full of guys that's willing to play, we're ready to work, and that's doing everything in their power to just come and bond as one. So honestly, right now we're just focused on just coming as one and trying to just build a great defense.
All right, Dave.
Hey, Tracy, good to see you. Appreciate your time. You've got my condolences, first of all, on your loss, your cousin. You've had a tough few months with the death of your cousin. I know your wife is pregnant too. Unique time in that regard. But how do you think the past few months have changed you? How do you think you're different from what's happened?
It's definitely opened my eyes to a lot of situations, which I would say, as far as in me with my teammates, just seeing that they were all bought in on the same objective of just trying to basically promote the idea of social equality and social unity is everything, because we're all the same and we're all equal. So I feel like that's just one of the biggest things, just showing how everybody just, I hate to say it like this, but you don't really understand as a black man growing up, you don't really understand if white people, I don't mean to say it like that, but that's the best way I know how, but you don't really understand that if they really understand your struggle and understand what you have to go through, And I'm not saying that it's just we want a pity party, but at the same time, our teammates have definitely, as long as our coaches, they have definitely stepped up and just listened to us as we have vocalized the problems that we face, that we have been going through just growing up in daily lives. So honestly, I just love the way that we have united as one on every aspect, as just trying to be the best football team we are, the best in the community, and so forth. So I love the passion that my teammates are bringing each and every day, and I'm trying to match it. So that's the best thing I can answer.
Sorry about that. Two real quick follow-ups to that.
Uh-huh.
One, what is the next step in that for you guys as a team? You know, you guys collectively and individually. And then two, what would you like? You know, you have this platform. What would you like people who maybe don't know what it was like growing up to know about, you know, that situation?
Well, definitely right now, just continue to reach out to the community and just continue to bring more awareness. That's first and foremost as for the team goal. And honestly, for me, just understand that, just because of the color of my skin and the way I look, honestly, I would just want people to just love me for me, you know what I'm saying? You guys have met me, and every day I see y'all, I try to speak and be passionate, like I said, I let you guys meet the real me, I don't want you to judge me just off of first impression and the way I look, listen to me speak first. And that's the one thing I would say. Just accept me for who I am, because, I feel like I'm a great individual. I don't want to say that in a cocky manner, but, I feel like I'm very humble, and I love people. So.
Great. Thank you.
Oh, Kyle next.
What's up, Tracy? Thanks for your time.
It's all good.
There's a lot of anticipation, obviously, for Okuda and what he can do. I'm just curious what you've seen from the kid here in the first couple of days of practice.
Well, Okuda, he's definitely he has a great willingness to learn. He's hungry. He's always asking questions. And he came back in shape. He's ready. From what I've seen so far, he looks ready. So, like I said, it's hard for me to just continue to just speak on what he has done, but from my perspective, I feel like he looks well. He looks great, fluid, the whole nine. So he has a willingness to learn, and he's hungry.
And your thoughts on just one more guy, Corey Unlin, your new coordinator. How does his style maybe differ from what you've had in the past here in Detroit?
Coach Unlin, he's a great coach. He's just all about business. He's demanding the best out of us, and so we're just trying to basically reach that level. I feel like it's hard to say that we're perfect, in which he sees us as perfection right now. So the way he's coaching us is he's just coaching us to perfection, and we're just trying to clean up the little mistakes. So as far as in Coach Unlin, man, he's a great coach. He's demanding a lot, and so you either get with it or get gone. So that's the objective we got to get with.
We'll go Jen next.
Hey, T, it's good to see you. And I appreciate all of your comments earlier, because you are really one of the good guys. And I appreciate that you just try to be kind to us, because I think the same thing. Anyway, that didn't come out as well as it should have. So during the one-on-one drills today, you had a little matchup with number 6 with DeAndre Swift.
No, I did it.
You didn't once?
Not one-on-one.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess just give me your impressions. I must have written down the wrong numbers. Give me your impressions of what you've seen just from him so far on the field.
I'm gonna say this about all the rookies. I feel like with all the rookies, they all look great. Like I said, they all came back in shape, and they all have a willingness to learn. Not just Swift, not just Okuda. Those guys, like from the whole rookie class, like I said, they have a great willingness to learn, and they're all bought in. They're all accepting to all the things that we're bringing, and they're ready to work. That's just that's just the main key right there. They're all ready to work, and they're all willing to do their role and be the best at their role. So that's just the man. I love our rookie class, like I said, but I love this team. This is a great team that I'm on. I have like I said, a great group of guys around me on offense and defense. Like I said, we just trying to unite as one and accomplish the same goal. We're reaching for that same goal.
Thank you.
We'll go 2 more, Dave, then Tim.
Another quick follow-up or two, Tracy. I'm sorry. And I echo what Jen said. We do appreciate you taking the time to talk to us and letting us get to know you. But with regards to Ahmad, how are you going to honor him this year?
Well, definitely. I'm definitely going to wear his name on the back of my helmet for sure, with the whole social injustice thing with that. And I'm still working on it, but I'm working on a few T-shirts that I'm getting, with his picture on, and it's going. I'm gonna play with that on underneath my helmet. And I say underneath my helmet, I meant underneath my uniform. But I'm gonna just, like I said, his name gonna be on my cleats the whole night, and I'm gonna just continue to speak on the behalf of what he had went through. So, like I said, it's a hell of a situation. It's a tough situation, but you know, you control what you control. So I feel like that's the best way I can control what I can do right now, and you know, I could use my voice, my platform in that aspect.
What does it mean that you can put his name on your helmet, honor him in that way? And then also how heavy is your heart still? You know, a loss like that, how much do you still think about it, and does it still wear on you?
Well, it's definitely a blessing for me to be able to do that for the NFL, to accept me to be able to speak out in that manner, you know, especially with the whole Kaepernick situation that went down, you know, it's a blessing for the NFL to actually just listen and, you know, accept what's going on right now. And also, as far as in that aspect, I have to, you know, I'm a firm believer in life is 10% what happened to you, 90% how you respond, you know, and I could sit here and be sad and sit here and just be crying and, you know, be emotional about the whole situation. But I have to put in perspective that first off, a lot of good, and I wouldn't say, you know, it's I wanted this to happen this way, but a lot of good has come from that situation, you know, and it has opened, like I said, a lot of eyes and things that's been going on for decades. You know, it's just been getting overlooked. So, like I said, the great thing about it all is that change is coming about. So that's the biggest blessing about it all is that we're accepting change and everybody is looking forward to the change. So that's the main key. Just continue to try to promote that.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go last question, Tim.
And one last football one from me, Trace. You know, you were, you know, played a reserve role as a rookie, got a chance to start last year, and really came into your own. 100 tackles, led the team, was among the top defensive backs in terms of tackles for loss and tackles. Really productive. Just curious, you know, what your goal was this offseason. Now heading into a third season after having that kind of year under your belt. What's your goal for this year, and did you prepare any different, or just your mindset heading into your third season?
My goal, first and foremost, is just for me to stay healthy all 16 games this year. I feel like that's what played a huge role in me missing games last year. So, and as far as in the stats and all that, you know, that all sounds good, but I want to win. That's what I'm prepared for. I'm prepared to win and do my job and do it to the best of my ability. And whatever my role is, whether it's be the leader on the team or whether it's run down on special teams, I feel like I just want to buy in to help the team win. I feel like if I do that, the rest of it to take care of itself. The stats to take care of itself. You know, me leading the team or whatever the case may be. That all that's gonna handle its own. So I just try to be the best person I could be each and every day. That's my goal.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Tracy.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Tracy.
y'all.
Tracy?
Y'all enjoy y'all day. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, thanks, Tracy.
All right, y'all take it easy.
Guys, go
Thanks for your time. I wanted to ask about your route running. It looks pretty refined. I've talked to some people who, they think that maybe you were underutilized as a pass catcher at Georgia. I'm just curious, how you've refined that over the years and how you feel it.
I couldn't hear the last ending of the question.
I'm just asking about your route running and
Mhm.
how you developed it over the years.
That's kind of started when I was younger, playing 7-on-7. Just always had a great ability just to catch, just working at it. And I think I could have been used more at Georgia in the past game. I think we just found ourselves in just ways to win the game. So we just kind of hand off the ball and just win the grimy way a little bit. You know what I mean? So that's something I want to definitely perfect at this level of football, just being used in different amount of ways.
Go, Justin.
Hey, DeAndre, I think the general consensus here is that, rookies are swimming a little over their head right now just because of the shortened off season, not just here in Detroit, but across the league. But, from what we've seen, you look really comfortable out there. Is that just a perception, or do you feel, comfortable and confident in these first couple practices, and why do you think that is?
I'm comfortable out there. I mean, it's football. I'm just happy to be back out there. Been away from the game for a minute. Just happy to be out there with a new team. Trying to build communication and create relationships out there. Just feel good to be out there. Been playing football for a minute, so every time I step on the field, you kind of be comfortable.
What is the most difficult part of this initial transition for you?
Just getting everything down as far as the playbook. A lot of new different terminologies. Quarterbacks speak faster, signals come quicker. So just taking my studying habits and my maturity of the game and my knowledge of the game to the next level, so I can, make sure that the coaches trust me.
Jennifer.
Hey, DeAndre, thanks for doing this. I have a couple of questions, actually. You've been getting a little bit of run with the first team. Just tell me what that means to you and how you feel like you have progressed in what you've done just the short time that you've been out there on the field with these guys.
I don't really look too much to it right now. I'm just trying to be consistent, put good stuff on film, and have good day after good day. That's what I'm really looking for, is going out there competing.
How much do you pick the brain of, some of the older guys and do offensive and defensive players, have they been lending kind of some advice and tips to you as well?
A lot. I done probably asked 100 questions just between Carry-On, Ty, and Matt Stafford already. Just anything that comes to my mind, anything that I'm not thinking or I don't know too much of, I go to them because I know that they've been here, they've been through it before. And so I'm just trying to make sure that I know I'm doing my part. And they've been phenomenal. Ty Johnson, Bo, all the running backs from Carry-On just been welcoming me and just treating me like family.
So Dave, next.
Hi, DeAndre. Appreciate the time. Just want to follow up on the very first question you were asked about the route running. Not to put the cart before the horse, I guess, with what your role will be. But when you look at guys like Elvin Kamara, backs that are very complete backs and have a big impact in the passing game, I don't know, do you envision yourself having, that type of role here as a rookie or before your career is done, I guess?
I feel like whatever role they have for me, I'm going to do it to my best ability. That comes with me being consistent in what they ask me to do every day. So I'm not going in here looking for something out of this. I'm going in there, like I said, trying to put good film on tape every day. And whatever's going to happen. But I definitely like watching Kamara and backs like that do different stuff out of the backfield. I think bring a different value to the running back position.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So Tim, then Kyle.
Yeah, this team obviously lost a big time receiver out of the backfield, and J.D. McKissick last year. He kind of played that big role. Would that be something that you would love to be involved in too? I know you just said kind of whatever they want, but being, having a third down role as well as first and second, being a 3-down back, do you take pride in a guy being able to do that?
Oh, most definitely. I always took pride in anything like getting out of the backfield, creating mismatches against linebackers, and just getting open space, and then making people miss, running crisp routes, catching the ball. It's kind of always something that I always like to do.
Kyle.
Yeah, DeAndre, I just wanted to pick up on something you had mentioned earlier about Matt Stafford. What kind of mentorship role has he taken with you? I mean, what's your dialogue with him like? Are you texting him at 10 p.m. about questions about the playbook, or like what's your relationship with him like, and what sort of mentorship role has he taken with you?
I don't text him at 10 o'clock. I think I'm
It's probably
just
smart.
studying by myself in the bed. But no, he's been great. We actually was working out when I was training in Georgia about a month or two ago. Just been great ever since. Just making sure that I know what I'm doing out there. Any question that I had, he invited me over his house. I was Zoom meetings over his house. Met his wife, met his kids. So he just been welcoming me into his family, his life. So I appreciate him for that. And relationship has been getting better, been growing every day.
What sort of things did you do when you went to his house in Georgia?
We had Zoom meetings. We had food, we had lunch, and it was me, him, Quintez Cephas, Isaac Nowder, and Nick Baldwin. He's just welcoming us into the family.
Thank you.
Yeah, time for one or two more, guys.
Hey, DeAndre, what has been the biggest challenge thus far, just from the college game to the pro game, in your opinion, for your position?
I would say the details within the playbook. Like I said, you got to make your reps count up here. I can see that already. So I don't want to put anything bad out there. Just making sure that I'm prepared for the day, whatever install we have. Just making sure I'm on P's and Q's with everything that's in there for that day.
Okay, we'll go Justin. Last question.
Yeah, there are a couple Georgia backs now in the NFL. Just wondered what that brotherhood was like, how much you keep in contact with those guys, and maybe, I guess, the competition you guys have amongst each other now that you're all in the league.
Oh, it was great. I wish them guys good luck last week when they was going into camp. Talking to Sony and Nick about a week ago. Just try to keep in touch with them. They made my college experience much smoother than I thought it was going to be.
All right. Thanks, DeAndre. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Have a good one.
Thanks, DeAndre.
Thank you.